Doc.
P-29 made famous, of course, by the first atomic mission blown back then by a crew. The crew started out with some names, like Tibbets. You might remember the guy not too far from here who was also on water. That aircraft, a dock museum out of Kansas area there, right around Wichita, where they lovingly keep this airplane. You can go for a ride on the dock.
Yeah, no, right.
Today, if you like this bag. Our next players, they're from right here at home, right just down the road there. Public field, that's 47.
I got Doc. You got the other ones, okay? Yeah, baby.
P-40, familiar airplane in the trail position. That's the TB-M, the Avenger. The TB-F, not to split hairs here, Steph. TB-M, the same airplane, just a different designation. Right here on Long Island. Really remarkable to see as we break off our fighters and our torpedo bomber there, the TB-M Avenger. We're going to split the herd here, if you will, for just a few seconds. And we'll watch as our former pilots continue. You know, Steph, we were talking about this. The incredible thing about the World War II generation is soon those voices, sadly, will be silent. I cannot remember a time in my life when there was not a World War II veteran in it. And so it's sort of uncharted territory, but these airplanes will someday be the only voice that's left. You know, if you go to a museum and you see a stuffed lion in a case, it's really cool. You can see it up close. You go to the zoo and you hear it roar. Totally different experience. That's what we're doing here today.
You're talking to us right now?
What channel? Thank you. You're good.
Just wanted to give you an opportunity to hear that. You've done a lot of work personally. You're new to the audience here, Rob Ryder, great friend of ours, but you are passionate about preserving the stories of these flying machines.
Well, it's all about the people, right? I mean, the airplanes are just props in that story. Look at the C-47 right there. I go back to my grandfather. Green on SUVs. When he put the C-47 out to Midway one time, right after the attack, the two airplanes here, probably the most iconic fighters of World War II. Back in the day, though, they weren't all in friends. They were torpedoes. A young guy by the name of George Bush used to fly that airplane. And of course, you know his story. Became president of the United States. But a remarkable airplane in its own right. We owe the TB-M a great deal. The men who flew those airplanes back in the day, there was a great squadron, torpedo squadron number 8. They literally just kept dying. They staved off the Japanese, of course, turned the tide of the war there in Midway. Airplanes just like that, though. Again, just props. It was the men and the women who not only built them and flew them back then, that have saved this great nation of ours. I would encourage you today, as you listen to the sound of the P-51 and P-40 ripping around, the sound of the B-29, and then overhead at the C-47, take these memories with you. Tell the next generation your family's story. Because, ladies and gentlemen, our veterans may no longer be here to tell it to you. It's now up to us to keep their memory alive and keep the knowledge alive about just what they did. You see, it was folks just like you who said that being coach, they knew they had a